Yo guys, what's going on? So in this video, what we're looking at is the question mark kick off the rear side. We're going to go through the technique and some setups for it. So let's get into it. The question mark kick is getting its name because of the direction where it goes. So it comes up in a straight line and pivots out and turns around to our opponent's head. So if you was to draw that line, it would make a question. That's where the name comes from. So what we're doing is we're bringing the leg up straight, and then from here, we twist our hip out and elevate the leg and come up to the head from this position. So in this motion, as the leg comes forward, you then pivot the hip and turn over and kick down to the head. So that's the motion of the kick. So we start low here. As the leg comes low, we pivot it up and turn the hip over. So the little details that I like to go over with this kick is the kick is all about the whip. So to get any power out of it, we need to whip our leg over. So if my leg traditionally stays forward when I do it, my hip is already pretty loaded and I'm not going to get much whip out of it because it's already in this right position. So when I do this, I like to invert my heel. So as I like to set this up, I'd like to set it up with a teep, but I'll invert the heel here. So then as you see, my hip is not loaded and I can pivot right over and get some extra sting into that kick. Otherwise, if it's just straight, I'm only turning over half. Whereas I want to focus on the whip, so I invert the heel and then I can turn all the way through, and you're going to get a lot more snap and power out of that kick, right? As I'm here, like I say, I like to set it up with a teep, the push kick through the middle. And I'll invert the heel a little bit here. And then all I'm doing is I'm loosely letting this leg come up, and then as it comes up, I'll whip it and turn it over to my opponent's head. So I go here to set up, and then from there, I whip and come over to that head. I'm just touching with that teep on the inside, and then I just loosely let it go. Let the leg go loose, and we just whip. So it goes loose here, and then I whip. Boom, over to the head, all right? So I'll show you from the other side. Again, I'm just turning that heel in, hitting that teep. Coming in straight forward there, and then when I'm ready, the leg goes loose, I bring it up, and then I whale it over to the head. Boom. And as you see, your partner will start to defend. As soon as you start to dig that teep into the belly, and you get that reaction, that's when we come over and whip that kick to the head from that position. Okay, so we'll speed that up a little bit and show you in a bit more real time. You hit that teep, start to get that reaction, then we can fake, boom, and we bring it over to the head. Hit the teep, and then I let the leg go loose, boom, and then whip. And again, that motion there is just you're coming in. As soon as it comes in, you're pivoting the hip over and slapping that kick onto the head, all right? We'll go from the other side. So again, teep in, now I turn the heel in, whip, and then just place it onto that head. In a fight, obviously you're kicking through, okay? So I'm here, let it go loose, boom, and I'll whip it over to that head position there, all right? Another way that we can set this up is we're gonna start attacking that lead leg. So a good way to set the question mark kick up is always attacking low or to the mid, somewhere away from the head where we bring the attention away, and then we can sneak it around the outside and land that kick. Here we're gonna look at hitting this low kick. So again, we're just bringing that attention to the leg. And then once I start to get a bit of a reaction out of them, they're hurting that leg, then I can start to fake low, whip, and come over to the head. Same thing as the last time, yeah? So I'm chopping into that low kick, chopping in, and then from there, same thing again. I just let the leg go loose, it comes forward, then as it comes up, I whip it over, and come over into that head, okay? So I'm hitting low, and then when I'm ready, I go loose, and bring it over to the head, all right? Again, I'm just attacking that low kick, moving around. As soon as I've got that established, I bring it up and pop to the head. Even when I'm hitting that low kick, I'm still making sure once I'm faking it to set up the question mark kick, I'm still inverting that heel. All I'm doing is I'm in the same trajectory as if I'm kicking the leg, I'm making sure that heel comes in, and then from that position, I've got the whip to come through and I've got full rotation in my hip. Hit the leg, and then from there, boom, bring it over to the head, all right? So we'll speed that up a little bit so you can see it in fast time. So what you'll see when you start attacking this leg and you've got this leg established, if they start to pull away a little bit, once they start to pull that leg away, again, the attention comes away from their head, and as they pull away, their hands may come away, which will give you a little gap to sneak that kick around the side. That's what we're looking for, okay? So sped up, we're just going for this leg kick, and then I go to fake and go high. Boom, here. Okay, so I leg kick. As soon as they start to pull that leg away, fake it, and just drop that kick onto their head, all right? One more time, hitting that low kick, and then I fake it, boom, onto the head. Again, I'm hitting that low, establish it, they go to pull away, boom, drop that head kick. Hit the low, fake, and then there's my head kick, okay? So the quick details on that, again, when you're hitting this question mark kick, we have to set it up first. We can't just come in and throw it. So establish either attacking the body or the leg, and then when you're throwing the actual kick, again, we're looking for that inversion of the hip, so we're turning the heel in. So as I turn in, now I've got space in my hip to flick right over and get some whip into that kick. As opposed to traditionally, where you get taught to keep your leg forward and then turn, you're only getting half the rotation. So make sure you're flicking that heel outwards, yeah? So you're bringing the heel on the outside, and then from there, you can really flick around and get some power into it. All right, guys, wicked. Hope you enjoyed the video.